I didn't fake, first of all, thank you for coming. I did not fake that. I just sneezed just as I shook your hand.
I thought you were biting me.
No, I don't know if they have it, but I felt a sneeze coming on as I introduced you, and I walked over, and then just as I shook your hand, kabang! Oh, wait, here we go. Watch that. Kabang! I hid behind you for this. That is professional of me. I used you as a snot guard.
Classic. That's classy, and not the first time.
No, not the first time. We've wanted to have you on the show for a while. We're excited you're here.
Nothing could prepare me. You're very tall.
Yes, you didn't know that.
No, well, I knew it. I just, I don't look up to many people.
Yes, people are shocked. I appear like a little man on TV.
Yeah.
A little, and that's the thing that gets me is I understand that I'm taller than people think, but so many people go out of their way when they meet me and say, no, but on TV you seem like a wee little man.
I'm familiar with the phenomenon, but nothing could. I'm very excited. Thank you much for having. Thank you. But
we were going to have you on. I think we were talking about having you on in October, and the schedule didn't quite work out.
Well, I was terrified because I was hoping, God, please don't let it be Halloween. Because it was Monday night this year. It's my favorite. I love Halloween.
So if we had booked you on Halloween, you probably would have just said, I can't
do it.
Halloween's more important to me.
I have a costume that I've been working on 4 years running. I've spent, I hate saying this, in 4 years, I've probably spent almost $4,000 on this costume.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what is this costume? Is it just Krugerrands? Pieces of gold?
Diamonds.
Diamonds?
You know what? I got this electric wire, this luminescent wire, it lights up.
Yeah.
It's like string that lights up, and I hooked it up to a box so that I can switch between which light I have lit up. And so I can be a man, I've dressed up like a woman, I have like a skeleton, a devil, a monkey.
You don't even know what you are at different stages.
I had 11 outfits on there so I could compliment whomever I was sitting next to.
Nice.
What were you for Halloween?
Nothing. No, it was just me. Oh, actually, we were in New York. We were in New York, yeah.
We didn't go out for Halloween this year. Not that we would anyway, but next year he's Newt Gingrich. So we're all set.
I already got the wig. Didn't cost me nothing.
Then next to you, I'd be the monkey.
Yeah. Well, I think we have a clip of this
I brought something
costume.
for you.
Let's see this crazy costume. I'm curious.
That's the bear.
That's a bear.
That's a lamp.
That's a lamp.
Yeah, that's my monkey.
That's your monkey.
The lady.
There's a lady.
Human Torch.
Wait a minute. Is that a... So that's a guy who caught fire accidentally because he's screaming.
Yeah, it wasn't purposeful.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Accidental fire.
That's horrifying. Let me compliment you on something. I notice voices. I hate my voice. I despise my voice. You have a velvety smooth.
You keep talking.
I love it. I think you have a fantastic voice.
You know what? This is not the first time I've heard people say, "Oh, you should get into voice." I do voices for some superhero stuff on TV. I'm like everybody else. I hear my voice. And is that what I sound like? That's what right now. Why is it so high?
No, but your voice really does sound good. When I wonder, does my voice really sound like that? People say, yeah, it's really irritating.
It's like pinched and it's up here and it's like, well, it's so for you tonight.
Cats sterilized when they're near me. But you said you do superhero voices because you sound like you have a superhero voice.
I've done some. I did the Green Lantern. I did like a space cowboy vigilante. I'm Steve Trevor, Wonder Woman's boyfriend. Mm-hmm. I'm all these people. You know? Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm trying to be very careful of though. You remember when you were a kid the Spider-Man cartoon?
Yes.
There was always
a Spider-Man cartoon.
Right.
Yeah.
There was the Peter Parker who was like, oh my God, what am I going to do in Miami? And when he put on the Spider-Man mask, all of a sudden he talked like a radio disc jockey.
Right. And it wasn't clear why that change occurred.
It bugged the crap out of me. Like suddenly.
Well, I think that's the same phenomenon with Christian Bale as Batman. Has anyone noticed that? Where as Bruce Wayne, he's just like, hey, good to see you, I'm Bruce Wayne. And then he puts his thing on and he's a 9-pack-a-day smoker. Batman's got lung trouble.
Yeah, I love that movie, but whenever I watch it, I always pop a cough drop or something because I feel.
Yeah, you feel like he's gonna ruin himself. Yeah. We were talking earlier, and I'm curious about this. I was riffing with the crowd a little bit. We were having a little bit of fun back and forth about, who drives what. We're talking about Toyota and stuff like that. And I was curious. You look like the kind of guy. You're a very handsome fellow. You just seem like a guy who'd be a sports car guy. I would picture you getting out of like a cool MG and having leather driving gloves.
Do you ever get in one of those sports cars? I mean, you're a tall guy. There's really never room in a sports car for a tall guy.
Yeah. Now you're treating me like a freak. Like, do you have to have cars specially made for your limbs? Help me, car company, help me! There's no machine I can fit into. Ringling Brothers is building me something.
My intention is not to make you feel terrible. Just emphasize your strengths.
Thank you.
Yeah, my preference is like I have like one of those little kind of crossover SUVs, the hybrid. I went from I used to drive one of those big SUVs. I really enjoyed it being high up and this big monster thing. But that was right when the Priuses started coming out. You know these?
Yes.
They're all over Los Angeles
Every
now.
other car in LA is a Prius.
I'm feeling so good about driving my SUV, and I look over and I see this Prius, and I get this look from this guy. It's just this look of disdain.
And superiority.
There's that too.
Yeah.
And I thought, son of a... And so now I'm driving this hybrid thing. But you know what? I found this car company. They're making this little car with like 2 wheels in front, 1 wheel in back. It's called an Arcimoto Pulse.
I've seen that.
Have you seen this?
It's teeny tiny, yeah.
It's a half a car, so you sit like a spaceship. One guy in the back, one guy in the front.
Right.
I guess he's the gunner.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've just been waiting for the future. It's 2012 almost.
Right.
I mean, when do cars start looking like spaceships? We've got the technology.
But this thing, I mean, I've seen that thing. It is really tiny.
It's really tiny.
If you drove around in that.
I went to Eugene, Oregon, where they're making this thing, and I got into one of the prototypes, and I was driving around, and it's silent. It's all electric, and it just looks like the future. And I'm buying one of these cars just so I can pull up next to a Prius and say, "You're ruining the planet for the rest of us." I'm dying.
Mine runs on sunshine and good vibes. Yeah. Now, is it true? You were in Hawaii not long ago, and you went scuba. Is it scuba diving or snorkeling?
You know what? I just went
Speaking
snorkeling.
of animals, I think did you not run into a shark?
I didn't. Well, here's the thing. My brother and I took my brother. We went for Thanksgiving to Maui. We had a great time. We were dying to do some snorkeling. Just have
Thanksgiving in Maui, just as the Pilgrims intended it.
and we're Canadian, so for us it's just a 4-day weekend.
The whole thing is a mess.
Yeah. Real Thanksgiving's in October for us. So yeah, we go to Maui. We have a great time. And my brother, we're planning it. We're having a great time. He says, "I'm all ready. I bought a dive knife, that you strap to your ankle."
Oh,
I said,
I love a dive knife.
"What are you gonna? We're gonna snorkel. I think it's gonna be a little tamer than maybe you think." He said, "Nathan, you never know what's gonna happen in the ocean. You need a dive knife in case there's a shark." I said, "What are you gonna do?" He says, "Okay, number one, when you're swimming in the ocean, always swim with a buddy. Number two, if I see a shark, I take my dive knife, I stab my buddy."
That is perfect. Castle. It makes perfect sense. Everyone here in complete agreement that that's the right thing to do. Castle, terrific show, airs Monday nights at 10 on ABC. So glad you could finally be here. Yeah, it was really nice having the show. Pretty guy. Nathan Fillion, we'll be right back.